Liberia. I'm talking, you don't even get one consent to ask me, say, in Jamaica, what the people numbers? Now listen to me and listen well. If you are in Liberia, you can call them on +231 775 934753 or 0772 796077. Or if you are in Ghana, you can call them on +233 244 274847 or +233 5532 32169. If you call and Abdul Razai answer, tell him say that I in Jamaica, the big boy that in Ghana every weekend. Give me the number, baby.
Are you looking for the sweetest, purest, and most natural honey in Liberia? Then look no further than Gabriel C. Gwen Natural Honey, produced right in the heart of Neighbor County. No chemicals, no additives, just real natural honey straight from the hive to your table. It's the taste of nature. Once you try it, you will never go back. Want to start your own honey farm and see results in less than 6 months? Then contact Gabriel C. Gwen today. Call 0776 596 623 or 0886 596 623. Gabriel C. Gwen Natural Honey can be found on Link Street in Omesha, right opposite the Ministry of Public Works. Gabriel C. Gwen Natural Honey. Taste it and be the judge.
When your brand needs to shine, there is only one name: Infinity Media. Raising your brand to infinity.
From advertising to printing, billboards that speak, designs that sell,
Graphic designs and branding, public relations done right, digital marketing, social media management. Infinity Media, Liberia's premier advertising and printing company.
Customer service excellent, guarantee.
We are located in Technology Building, first floor on 10th Street in Sincor, the land site. Call us today on 0886 068 004 or 0770 136 101. Email us at info@infinitymedia.brz. Infinity Media, your vision, our creation, beyond limits.
The Liberia Revenue Authority, LRA, informs all taxpayers and the general public of the ongoing registration exercise for medium and large taxpayers in preparation for the transition to the value-added tax VAT regime. The registration process includes the deployment of an electronic invoicing system in accordance with Section 55C of the Revenue Code of Liberia as amended and the Income Tax EFD regulation. All concerned taxpayers are encouraged to register online on the LRA website www.lra.gov.lr by clicking on the Online Services tab, selecting GST or VAT registration and completing the registration process. A team from the LRA will visit your premises to provide support for the registration process. Taxpayers are strongly advised to fully cooperate with the LRA registration teams to ensure successful registration and smooth deployment of the electronic invoicing system. Failure to comply with the registration requirements may result in penalties as prescribed under the amended Revenue Code, including other punitive measures. Please note that pursuant to the Liberia Tax Amendment Act of December 2025, approved on March 24, 2026, The Goods and Services Tax (GST) rate has been adjusted from 12% to 13% as part of efforts to facilitate a smooth transition to the value-added tax VAT system in 2027. For more information, visit the LRA website www.lra.gov.lr or call 0770 572 572. Signed, Margaret P. Crote, Commissioner, Domestic Tax Department.
Sandra, where are you going?
To the next water and sewer office to pay my bills.
But you live not too far from Pinsville City Hall.
Yes, but water and sewer got no office in that area.
Oh, so you don't hear the news yet?
What news?
The Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation has a new cashier center at the Pinsville City Hall where all LWSC bills can be paid daily, Monday to Friday, from 8 in the morning to 5 p.m.
What? So you won't tell me I've been wasting time on this road waiting for back when I could just walk to the Pinsville City Hall to pay my water bills?
Enjoy improved, efficient, and convenient financial services at the new LWSC Cashier Center, recently opened at the Pinsville City Hall for our value customers, mainly people living in the vicinity. For more information, call 0777 464 171, 0886 616 767, 0886 617 200, or our orange call free number 5972.
Are you ready for an electronics upgrade? Get ready for more Samsung. Hadid Electronics, your sole distributor for Samsung product in Liberia, is thrilled to let you know about our Samsung showroom in Congo Town. That's right, located opposite Executive Car Rental and adjacent to Platinum International Hotel. Our new Congo Town branch is your destination for all things Samsung. Step into our stunning Samsung showroom and discover the latest and greatest. We've got Samsung televisions globally acclaimed in every size imaginable. The world's #1 brand. Experience breathtaking visual with our 4K Smart TV. But that's not all. When the heat is rising and you need it cool, step into comfort. Make that smart move. Samsung air conditioners, the best in town. Fast cooling power that brings temps down. Anti-corrosion, built to last. Quality and comfort, unsurprised. And if you need help, don't you fear, our service center is always near. Upgrade your kitchen with the latest Samsung gas stove and make laundry day a breeze with Samsung advanced washing machine and dryers. Our latest Samsung microwaves are here. Keep your food perfectly fresh with Samsung ice boxes and freezers. Here's the biggest part. For a limited time, enjoy special offer on all Samsung items at our new Congo Town showroom. Don't miss out. Rush now to Hadid Electronics Samsung showroom in Congo Town before stocks run out. Call us today 0886 511 005 0777 511 005. Hadid Electronics Samsung showroom in Congo Town adjacent to the Platinum International Hotel where original Samsung products live.
And of course, it's National Unification Day. Good morning. Welcome to the OK Morning Rush here on OKFM 99.5. It's Thursday, May 14, 2026. Wherever you're joining us from, I'd love to say welcome. The name is Marka Davis, son of the late Baptist Deacon, and I'm here with Fatu Kamara and the entire production crew here up to 10 o'clock this morning. So you just listen to our commercials. Coming up shortly, we will bring you regional updates. recognize some of you who are following us live. So thank you for joining us. Let's take the theme song down and go to Fatu, who has been here since 6 o'clock this morning. Fatu, good morning.
6 o'clock, 5:45, as a matter of fact. Yes, I've been here since 5:45 this morning.
I heard you beginning at 6.
Yeah, you heard me, but it doesn't mean that was the time I entered the radio station.
Okay, Fatu was
entered
here.
the building, yeah.
Fatu was here 5:45.
Yeah, since 5:45.
How are you this morning?
Thank God, I'm okay. It's on Unification Day, so I'm still thinking who can we go unite with today? Yes. Yeah.
You want recommendation?
Yeah.
From me?
Yeah. Seriously. I need recommendation. I still thinking who are going to unite with today. You know?
Do you want to visit David Coty? Do you know David Coty?
Yes, the national chairman of NPP.
David Coty?
Yes, he's the national chairman of NPP.
What one NPP?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay, I understand. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. That's our party, in fact.
Oh, that's a party. You see, you may forgetting about a party. Yeah. So yeah, I will have to unite with somebody, but you can tell the people who you.
Yeah, because actually, to be frank, I didn't want to say it on the radio, but David has been making a lot of inquiries concerning you these few days.
Oh, okay.
Yes, even this morning.
Okay.
Yes, he asked about you, and so the recommendation is already. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But we didn't make flowers, so I have to unite with him. They put in a minute, if you didn't make flowers, that get small issues, yeah, then we can unite. Yeah.
Chokon, for example?
No, man, me and Chokon can be friends. We can be friendly. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll always be having issues. That boy is annoying. Chokon is annoying, yeah.
Okay. Yes, but...
yeah. So, away from Liberia, so give me time now.
Yeah, go ahead. We want to hear what's happening away from Liberia.
So Ghana to evacuate 300 from South Africa over anti-immigrant protest. And this thing is getting serious, Marka. Ghana says it will evacuate 300 citizens from South Africa following a recent wave of protest against foreign nationals. Foreign Minister Samuel Okuzeto Ablakwa said in a post on X on Tuesday that the Ghanaian president had granted approval for their immediate evacuation. He said the distressed Ghanaians had registered at the country's embassy in Pretoria to be rescued in response to an advisory by the foreign ministry following the latest wave of xenophobic attacks. Last week, South African authorities denied that anyone had been attacked, saying the widely circulated videos are fake. On Monday, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa said the recent protests and criminal acts directed at foreign nationals did not reflect government policy, describing them as isolated acts of criminality. He added that South Africa would regulate migration, secure borders, and enforce the laws. Thousands of South Africans joined protests against illegal immigration, demanding the mass deportation of undocumented foreign nationals. Protesters say illegal immigration has had an impact on jobs, housing, and crimes. It's a long story, but I can read the entire story. Yeah. So South Africans say the immigrants there, the other people that are going there, they having impact on their jobs, their housing, and also committing crimes. So they should be deported. Calling for mass deportation.
When I read recently that the South African authorities said the videos circulating on the social media about attack on foreign nationals are fake. I was a little bit taken aback because these are, it may be true that some of them may not be current, maybe, But to say entirely that these videos are fake, this is something that have been coming up for a very long period of time. And people have been talking about it. Ghanaians, people have even reported some of these things to their countries, and authorities have been holding meetings and all of that. But for them to outrightly say these videos are fake, well, I don't want to pass judgment on it, but I don't think all of these videos are fake. These are things that are happening in South Africa. In fact, there were certain point. In fact, it happens over time. You know, some years back, similar thing was happening in that same South Africa, and it is still happening. So I think authorities should be finding solutions instead of giving excuses to the public about, oh, this one is fake, it's not true, when these very videos continue to come out.
But then the government is now deciding to evacuate the citizens.
Yeah. For example, okay, the Ghanaian authorities are saying we are bringing our people back, to Ghana because of the threat on their lives. But the government of South Africa is saying these videos are fake. I mean, how do you reconcile that?
It does not reflect government, policies or what the government say. The government is not behind what the protesters are doing or the evacuation or whatever. So whatever Ghana doing, they're doing it on their own. They want to do it. The people seeing videos, the people seeing things like that. And there are other ways too to prove that those videos are or are not fake. Maybe the people are also doing the due diligence, verification to know whether those videos are actually fake. But Marka, again, if you're president and you start to watch several videos, and claiming that your people in another country, are being, maybe killed or beaten or maybe attacked, what do? You find solutions, right?
Of course.
Whether or not the videos are fake, you have a second thought to say, let's do something about
and the thing about it, these citizens in South Africa are filing complaints at their various embassies in the country. So that sends a signal to the countries that your people are under some form of attack. So you have to take action, because your responsibility as government is to protect your citizens no matter where they are. So, but I don't think authorities in other African countries should be listening to the excuses coming from the South African authorities, because they may be saying, well, this may be arbitrary actions by some citizens, not sanctioned by the government of South Africa. However, these things are happening. I mean, so that's what it is. I think countries that have their many citizens living in South Africa, seeing these videos, seeing these reports being filed by their nationals, should be able to take the same action that Ghana is taking to bring their people back home. Yeah. So, can we go to the live and see some of those who are following?
Yeah, of course.
Yes. So we have William W. Wulu, who is following. Says the live. The Liberian Civil Rights Movement's official spokesperson is watching live from Upper Cardwell, Monrovia, Liberia, and Robert Ngonan is also following this morning. He says from Cotton Tree ABC Mission on the Ravels P Highway, Sia Gay Senior. Is also following from Zwedru in Grand Jide County. We also have Moses Mogai, who has joined the broadcast as well. O.P. O'Neill Johnson is also following. He says, okay, FM, I joined the program from Doe Community. Jeremiah Kule also following. He says, from Mississippi Street in Greenville City, Sano County. Vavi Ansa has also joined from Kolahun, Kobat City in Lofa County. Batu Nya Jaro also following, says, good morning, family. Zico Rare has joined from Bartonsville Estate. Venetia's Junior Bar also following as well. Paye Joshua has joined from District 6 GSA Road. That's in Peensville. David Richard also following from Soul Clinic in District 4 Monserrato County. Anthony Pokla has also joined from New Matadi Estate. Benjamin Kanabo is also following. He says, good morning, OKFM. I am following from Bo City in Sierra Leone. Juje Wanwe has also joined the broadcast. So you can share and allow others to follow. Achi Topo following as well from Do Community. Armstrong Wabinda from Kakata, Margibi County. John B. Moba is also following. Daniel Hiama watching from Minneapolis in Minnesota, USA. Alex Nano Jr. also following. Morris Posa is following as well. Kona Samson Kon, David T. Joseph, they've all joined the broadcast. You can share and invite others to follow this morning. So, Fatu, that's it. So far, we cannot mention all of those who are following because of time. But today is National Unification Day.
And it's actually, this year's Unification Day is actually very important. You know, we see the wave of division, especially lately. This case, this trial, 6.2 million US dollars economic sabotage trial has also, I mean, even increased the already existing division. When you go on Facebook, you see, and people are not even afraid to insult people these days. As soon as you say something against somebody, they getting back at you, and they will insult you and say whatever they want to say to you. So it is a great time to actually work on reconciliation, to work on unifying the country, because a lot is taking place, and the opposition. And I like that the opposition, when something happens, once it has to do with the government, they will come together and everybody will condemn, everybody will say what they have to say about it. So, former Finance Minister Samuel Tuwe, he has been summoned by the Asset Recovery 2 and Property Retrieval Task Force, and he said it's a witch hunt, from one case to another. They say from one frying pan to another, right? Yeah. So a lot of opposition leaders see it now as a witch hunt, because the man has just been acquitted from one case, and they saw that as a victory, and then after the victory, the asset recovery is summoning him again for another case, another investigation. The people saying that he himself said it was a witch hunt, and I'm sure he himself, he has followers, and the seditions and all of his followers will be following what he's saying, right? They all think that this is a witch hunt, and several other things happening. It's high time that we work on this issue of unification, because it's important.
Yeah. So, Fatu, the Unification Day is coming at a very crucial time, I can say for a fact. Agreeing with your point that Liberia truly deserves national unification as intended by those who even crafted the idea to pass it into law, that we can have this kind of day. But I think as a nation, we are hugely deviating from the intent of even this day that we are observing today. I don't know how would I call it celebration, because I think we are planting deeper division in the country using politics. Politics which we just supposed to be using as a means of maybe getting our leaders through election, nurturing our democracy and all of that. It is now deeper than what we think. Today the division in the country is glaring, and guess what? People think it is political division. The thing is, it's just politics. It's just because we are not from the same party. But if you are following the discourse, Fatu, you will know that it is more than being from different political parties. It has transitioned from debating policies and ideas to attack on people's personal lives and privacy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you think you will be doing that to somebody and the person will feel say you can collaborate on other things, but once it comes to political views, we have the differences. No. As deeper as you hate people, they will hate you back as deep as it is. It will never be on political differences anymore. Now see what is happening in the country. You mentioned the $6.2 million case. In the first place, right after the 2023 election and the inauguration in 2024, you could see a very big divide in the country already on political lines. And people were referring now to Liberians on the blue side and on the green side. I can't recall whether after that inauguration we have had any real big national conference for reconciliation after the electoral process. Knowing fully well that the election brought a lot of different feelings. I'm not sure we've done that. And also, people have used the social media now to even do more harm to other people personally. And in the midst of that, we think that we can have national unification. So May 14th should come today and we'll be pretending to each other. May 14th should come today, we'll be pretending that we love each other. Sorry. And the middle class leaders, I want to put it in our category. The middle class leaders. So if I say the upper class, I'll be using the senior citizen in age wise and position, if you want to say. If I'm using the middle class, I'm talking about those who fought next to the older people in leadership. Then when you come to maybe the lower or the grassroots people, who can talk about the youth leaders and all of that. But those who are in the middle are spoiling the country. I will say for a fact without, mincing my words. They are spoiling the country. What they are doing now, because some of these people are the one with the biggest followings in the country and even on social media. So if they are sowing seeds of hatred in the name of politics, their followers will be doing the very same. And I can tell you, if the trend continue on what we are now, or where we are now, in 10 to 15 years, we will see real true hatred in this country. And for me, I always like to throw back at history. You remember everything that was happening, during the Topman time, the Topper time, the Doe time. Other people were like, oh, we are marginalized. There were small murmuring, this kind of segment of society and stuff were happening. So what we are seeing now will be a modern form of similar thing. Now, what will happen if, when when a woman gets pregnant, they have to deliver, like we would normally say, right? It's a parable I'm using. So if you continue to build up hatred, one day, the balloon will burst. Okay? So at the end of the day, like we saw from after the 1985 election, these kind of smaller hatreds, gossip, hating on each other. The only difference was that social media was not like it is now, right? It was not even in a space. But I think social media has made this thing so big now that everyone is part of the kind of hate that they are creating. So at the end of the day, it will lead to street protests, government resistant to street protests, citizens resistant to certain government policy actions, and then you cannot rule out the fact that it could lead to a bigger problem for the country. And if we don't want to see that bigger problem, we should start to think how we can stop what is happening now at this stage. You have middle class leaders in the country. If you give me the opportunity, I'll call their names.
No, you don't get that opportunity.
Okay. Yes, you have the middle class leaders in the country, growing hate on social media. So it is amongst them, those in opposition and those in ruling position. And these debates are not about policy issue and are not about being from different political parties, but they have gone beyond political ideologies to personal attack on people's private lives.
And I don't see why you stick into this issue of middle class, because just some weeks ago the former president was talking about everything he has ever done for people in Liberia, including journalists. In fact, he said the current president is the only sensible person. All the other people who he asked to help them, and these are some of the things that breed division. Marka, I can help you at a time, in your critical moment, in a moment where you actually need help, and then when I come back, I tell the whole world I help Marka. In fact, Marka was drowning, Marka was this, Marka was that. In everywhere I go, every opportunity, even when I am not asked, I say it, and I'm not saying it in a respectful way, but in a demeaning way, to tell people that maybe this person was a nobody, I don't want making somebody, or a contributor to the person he is now. These are some of the things that breed the division in the country. So everything you ever say about somebody, you bring it outside, you think the person will actually want to get very close to you.
And that's just how your followers are copying.
That's how your followers are copying. So every other thing they will do they do for people, they will come back on Facebook. And this time Facebook is so wide, like you said, social media. Some things that you'll be saying on the radio, people run to Facebook straight to go and see. They've finished seeing it already. They follow suit. The same thing the past president is doing. One thing I respect about when ex-president Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, you think that woman they any good for people in the country, yeah?
She did a lot personally for people.
Goods for people in the country. But I've never heard that lady say, I did this for ex-president, I did this for the other person, I'm doing this for the other person. Even journalists, as a matter of fact, you get journalists the money and saying, I gave some journalists. It is our work. Even if you give a journalist money, he comes on the radio. When you do wrong, you should not say it. You should say, he's saying things against me. In as much as he says some of them, they create their own stories or they lie against him or they don't, fact check some of the things they say or prove the facts. But you don't go, as a former president and say everything you've ever done for people. People will be afraid of you, like seriously.
Yeah.
Right? So I saw Senator Darius DeLong posting on his Facebook page and say, thank God he ate to my husband. Say I ate to your husband. So nobody going to say something against that friend. And these are some of the things that breed the division. So everybody afraid of everybody now. You can't even go to somebody, the ex-president or not to go and eat. Maybe they will snap you, they will take a photo to get evidence that you went to your house to go and eat, or he gave you money somewhere.
Yeah, so we have taken politics beyond elections and have made it our everyday life now. Yeah. And with so much hate. Now imagine right after inauguration in 2024, we are talking about 2029 election. Yeah. So where is the period of leadership? Where is the period of delivering on the promises you've even made from the 2023 elections? But just after inauguration, we are talking about 2029. So this country is just about election. It's just about politics.
Yeah.
So because people want to come to power or other people want to stay in power, they will use all of the negative means, the demeaning statements against people just for political power. And we say today, all of them will wear our clothes and go do national unification. This is the biggest fake thing we'll be doing in the country. It is fake. It is not real. It's just about people going to attend program. Even at our program, if you listen to some people today, the statement they will be making will be hating on other people.
Yeah.
And this time the president is speaking his own style by using parables.
Yeah, like, seriously.
Yeah, he uses parables.
You're not calling name, but you know that.
And in fact, you'll not speak straight to the situation. You will put it in some kind of different situation just to say what he wants to say towards you.
I think he thinks that he has been quiet for a while, and I think that quiet president was maybe the kind of president we need. You just ignore all of the noise in the market, like he said, ignore some of the noise. But again, the journalists there, we asking too many questions. The president think that the questions we have to be addressing some of the questions. So you will not call your name. When you say all of the things against him, you will just use parable, and you know straight where that parable heading.
They're the barking dogs and all these kind of parables.
But but everybody have been modifying that parable
in their own way.
In their own way. I saw Senator Snow. I think he stick to that. He stick to that parable now. I saw a post from him when Bon County representative what's his name, when he went at the court and he made some statement saying, "Oh, I don't care about Snow. I don't want to. I think I'm not bring myself down talking about Snow and smoking Snow."
Oh, okay. I think that's James Colette.
James Colette. Yeah. So it's Snow came and then another post modifying the same dog, dog's parable. And I was laughing. Like, seriously, we have to work on this issue of unity. Sometimes this politics should just be on the surface. And there are actually some people who the politics thing is just on the surface for them. They don't go very far, and they don't take it as bread and butter, food and water to drink, like the way other people do. And that is how it's supposed to be. When it's your time to serve, you serve. Marka, the thing is, they position it not for one person. You can't serve, you move from there, another person serve. When you say, with just you're one out, then how other people do?
Exactly. And I don't know how some people, especially the way we have placed our minds in election in this country and politics, it is very easy for 6 years to pass. So, and some people are refusing to learn. Sometimes, even in government, the relationship you build, how you live with people, whether they're in opposition or wherever they find themselves, it lives after you, even when you leave government. Today, you see some people who left government, they are literally begging because they don't have the face, they don't have the relationship out there outside of the offices they were in.
No.
So you see, at the end of the day, what other relationship you have? Your life is not restricted to government. And administration is 6 years, and 6 years is not too long. 6 years is not too long. And even as ministers, those in the executive, your job is not even very guaranteed.
Yeah.
One morning, the president can just wake up and just sack you. Maybe you're thinking, well, I was settling myself. The next 2 years, I will do the one. The 2 years, every now they go sack you. You not get nothing to depend on. You start bunking around here.
Yeah, you don't have to face to go back.
Exactly.
So even those in government.
So we must nurture the relationship we have built over the period of time, that when we say we are celebrating national unification, we are reconciling in our little corners, whether it is in our inboxes, whether it is on the phone, telling your friend from the other side, the other political side now, that, I know everything we've been doing is being purely about, political differences. It is not personal. And you reconcile. These are the kind of reconciliation. It's not about going to one big elaborate program to go and make false speech there in the name of National Unification Day. No. Pretending. Let us reconcile truly. What up? One-to-one, Fatu and I if we have issue this morning, let me pick my phone and call Fatu and say, Fatu, we can sort things out. What we have had was just differences on a minor issue. We can move on and you reconcile. That is reconciliation. That is unification. It's not about causing each other on Facebook, causing each other on the radio. Then National Unification Day, you go write paper, you go deliver it. That's pretense.
And you'll see the fakery will be all on Facebook. I mean, everybody will be posting today.
People come and be posting lala things there today.
Yes, lala things, yeah.
Why they are not even unified in their homes.
Your heart different.
Yes, I think we can take some calls.
Yeah, a few calls.
Yeah, let's take some calls. Sorry, I didn't announce earlier, but at 8 o'clock we have some teachers who are empowering themselves from the educational sector. They will be here, to talk about their empowerment, the things that they are doing. And at 9 o'clock we will have Elvis Sirleaf. Okay. He's a veteran.
Why?
Yeah, he's a veteran communicator, communication specialist for the Fast Post administrator and developer. He's also vying for an executive committee member seat in the upcoming LFA election. So Elvis Ali will be with us 9 to 10 this morning. So let's go to the lines and pick some calls. 0777 700 995, 0555 995 995. Leonard was calling me. I don't know whether he want to make an import. If that's the case, you can call back Leonard Dodo. Let me take this caller right here. Stay away from your monitor, please. Good morning.
Marka, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
And good morning to Fatu. My name is Isaac Wuzim, first because son of KOK, and I'm following you this morning for my resident in Togo community. Marka, yesterday, Timac host a similar show like they show this morning. And his question was, should we cancel the Unification Day or should we change it in a better way for us? My guys, this country, we are not going nowhere when it comes to unity. Our leaders who lead the major political parties who are statesmen and things in our country, they are not willing to reconcile. Election is for a period of time. Government or governing is for a period of time. Governing does not only depend on the government, but it also depends on a major political figure in the country. Every one of us, or a political leader or a political figure, have a role to play in our peace building process of our country. Mr. Baga, our president and former president, we are live adjacent each other when it comes to relationship. What will it take a former president for the respected courtesy for the record administration for he to drive a mini to the former president's house or to the current president's house and request to see him? When we are seeing the both major political leader and statesmen in a photo, a video regularly, they are all in conversation. We also were our former president.
You know, I can remember during the course of the National County Sports Meet when Cummings and the president, were together during our course. It sent a very different. No, it was not about criticizing Fatu. I think a lot of people were like, it was good to see national leaders together in these kind of these kind of occasions. Yeah.
People saw it two ways. Other people saw it as a way of politics, but for me, as a nationalist, I saw that photo or that moment as a moment of unifying our country.
All right, man. Thank you. The time, yes.
And you still saw people criticize, like I said.
Yeah,
he was
you're right,
saying, so Cummings really brings that, and he really give into the Unity Party.
Yeah, you're right, Fatu. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka, and good morning to Fatu.
Yes, quickly.
Okay, my name is Steve Peters. I call from UAD Information. Do you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, okay. The unification day, we need to change it in the country. Reason being that except we erase political party business in the country, this is how we be united. Because if I win today, those that are won, they become an opposition, and they become very, very hateful. The people cannot be ordinary and do something for us. But if you get power, you do something for somebody now. If you leave power today, you start talking it. And your follower will also talk it. We did it for this person. You did it. It means very challenging. We have to leave those things, and we can leave it. They better say why we take for a president to drive to the former president. Why we take for the former president to drive to the old man house? This is that question. The hateful attitude is in the people. If somebody win today, they become enemy.
Yeah.
And said they cancel political party business in the country. And we enjoy the unification.
All right. Let's see this one. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This person is not coming through. Let me take this one. Good morning.
Yeah, good. Happy Unification Day to two of Labrador panelists whose reporters have been very, very banned over the years. Hello?
Go ahead, Chief. You're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Fatu Command. And I call you for honor the canopy of the UP Intermetal Bureau. The issue of unification is a very unique day that I call for, cohesion among the citizenry or the people that live within the very wake of a particular country. They're just in Liberia. I think unification should come from the head. Those are the experts of the society to play a pivotal role in the strife to reconcile the country, bring social cohesion among tribes and different religious groups. On the issue of the president, I think this government or the president exercise some level of peaceful some of our attributes that promote peaceful coexistence. Evidence, we have many instances. Evidence, it was the same government that wrote the former president for all him to be on to ensure that to promote Liberia base for the non-permanent member on the United Nations Security Council. All of a sudden, the former president deliberately declined to join rank with other national leaders to push for this process. There come the occasion where he was invited, he intended to come. So I think the only people like the only group of hello.
I'm listening to you.
Yeah, the only group of people that this government or this oriented president owes reconciliation to is the Liberian people. Provide better living conditions for them, provide up-to-date security for them, and ensure that basic services be rest of those steps.
All right. Let me just take two more. Our guests are already here, so we'll just let them to come in. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, we're calling from Texas Village.
Okay.
Yeah, you're talking about reconciliation this morning. I think the heaviness and the greater portion is on the question president. I hear your other journalists saying that Joshua was talking about how you do good for people he has seen. Yes. When you do good for people, they don't appreciate it. Instead of them appreciating you, they attacking you. They bring police, soldiers to the airport when you're coming from out of the country. There they say you not bring gun or you rebels. You have to talk about it. The president, he's the one passing all the power in the country as a leader. He took over the country just like gave you power. You're not doing anything. You're sitting down even when just one election in the country.
So what is your definition? What is the definition of Joshua give you power?
When I say give power, make it power freely means the president war. Some countries, some folks have been hard for them to just leave power there. It is very hard. It can cause tension in the country.
But in democracy, when you lose an election, you give way to the winner. So it's not goodwill.
Let's just say that. Okay. But as a leader in the country, what he's supposed to do? When Joshua won election, 2018, what he did? He took his car, he marched to the president house. And I even heard that he gave a car. His wife went there. So the president told the only thing he now do to deny, after the government official now they respect the man and deny him to even use the executive law he do. Then he's coming to say he must do this, he must do that. When they respecting your power, they tell your power to go back shoot for me, go back close for me. Like your own child will take it.
So in that case, who the power, who the son?
Yeah, like you older person, not asking the older person.
Forget that. Hello.
Good morning, Marka.
Good morning.
Well, I thank you for the profile.
Okay.
I keep on hearing that we are doing well, President. Former President, we are doing well for.
Your background is bad, oh.
Yeah, I live in the place. President, former President, we are doing well for Marka. Yes. All of the things that he did during the past, it was the omen entitlement. But what I want people to understand, the main benefits were not coming. So he was passing it through the can't get you. He was doing it like he doing kindness to him. You know that why you see some people, they can use people cleverly. So, with all that, Liberian ourselves, we need to reconcile. It will wait for leader, multi-democratic party, a principle for them to reconcile as leader. Some of these people have not tasted power before. They tasted power and dropped from their hand. They are too better. So they were not advised, we are good about the Omen. The Omen is an elderly man. So you're looking at them, yes, school management, they can talk a whole lot of things. You look at
What can we do to reconcile this country? You and I know fully well that this country is hugely divided on political lines, and it is not only about political differences. Now people are now going into people's privacies and all of that.
We the laymen, let us agree with one another and love one another. Then the leader then will follow us. We the laymen down the line. We can't cry more than bereaved. We can't cry more than bereaved. Some of the people who can be insulting on Facebook and things, when you go, they were not doing anything, doing even Jawiyata. They were just running around. I will say that
Okay.
But they can go on the Facebook and insult leaders and talk all other things. Then they will post everything on Facebook. So that's how they will reconcile now. And some of these people are too closer to him too. They can advancing. What? For African, we are African. Once a matter, we can leave for a who and say, look, today I'm going to visit Braga. So when you are in power like that, you can visit him. When you're out of power, you can visit him.
Okay, that will reconcile this country. Yeah, we should not be doing, cosmetic celebration with this.
Yeah, man.
This National Unification Day and all of that. But thank you for your participation on the show. We already have our guests here, so we will stop the call section now and go to them. So this morning, we have folks from the National Teacher Association of Liberia Credit Union Cooperatives. Mr. Freeman Duo is the national chairman. Mr. Alexanderson Tamba is their business manager. Mr. Andrew Kokolo is co-chair for recruitment and education. So it's Anderson. Okay, Anderson Tamba. Okay, yes, that was the person who spelled it. So let's go to them and say good morning, and it's great to have you here. Beginning with you.
I am Andrew Kokolo. I am the co-chair of the National Teacher Association of Liberia Credit Union. Education Committee. That is the Education and Recruitment Committee.
Okay.
Okay, I'm Freeman K. Duo, the chairperson of the board of directors, the NTL Credit Union.
I'm Anasin Ntamba, senior manager, National Teacher Association of Liberia Credit Union. Good morning to you all.
Okay, good morning. So we thought to also provide this opportunity because when we see people in these sectors striving for self-empowerment, self-dignity through these different initiatives, we think it is very important, and sometimes we give you the voice.
Thank you.
That's why we provided this opportunity. But it's great to have all of you here this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So you give us more history about this whole cooperative. The chairman?
Yeah.
Yeah, chairman do that.
This organization was founded 2013 through a resolution of the National Teachers Association of Liberia in Margibi, in Kakata to be specific. Now, the aim of this institution is to see how best we can cater to the needs of our Liberian public school teachers. So in that direction, it's voluntary. You can be a member if you wish to be, and then from there, we start to see how we can assist or what kind of services we can render to our public school teachers.
Okay.
And just to add up to that, not only public school teachers, but also educate all those who are Ministry of Education payroll. I know you are employed on a Ministry of Education payroll. You can make part and parcel of it.
So, okay, yes, go ahead.
Just a little bit on the history. This decision came about after considering the challenges teachers face in this country, especially when it comes to having access to finance. So the NTAL, with the support of its international partners, called Education International, its consortium partners thought to help NTAL structure this so as to help teachers, especially after the war, to be economically empowered. And with that support, the idea came forth, and that's how things were put in place to be where we are today.
Okay, that's great. But again, I know in passing you mentioned, but in a more detailed form, how can someone? What are the requirements or processes of being a member?
Okay. First thing, the first criteria is you must be an MOE employee.
Okay.
And ministry of education employee. First criteria.
All right.
Then you come either to our offices or to our county coordinators. We have county board members in 15 counties. You walk to them, you declare your intention. This is something that you do voluntarily. It is not forced. You see that we are there to help teachers and education workers. And so you come there and we tell you that to register is $400 Liberian.
Okay.
And all what we're doing here is payroll deduction. We don't say pay or force you to pay cash, except when you want to do so, then we give receipt. So the second one is that you tell us on our form there, you're going to fill in that indeed I want to take 1 share, 2 share, because each share value is $2,000 Liberian.
Okay.
And so it ranges from 1 share to 10 shares. So if you want to take, it on your salary, whatever you can afford. So then the next one you say, you tell us that monthly I'll be able to save 1,000, not less than 1,000 Liberian. And above you can go above 5,000, 10,000. Some people even saving 20,000 monthly. They are doing that monthly. They are doing that. So you fill in our form there, and we found our form. Come to me in my office, we fill out form, and we send it straight to CSA.
Okay.
Part 2 finance and go to CSA for deduction, subsequent deduction, and that is done on monthly. Then after 6 months of your savings, if you want to, you are eligible to sign for loan or apply for loan. And loan fee is about $500 Liberian. All what we're doing is Liberian dollars.
Okay.
So all the information are sent to CSA for subsequent deduction. And at the end of the month, after that, the CSA compile and send all the value of the list we have sent there to finance. Then this check is prepared in the name of the entity. Then the manager go and sign for and deposit into our account.
Okay. So, what's the current status of the union? What are you doing currently? What are activities unfolding now? What period is it now? Is it time for enrollment? Is it time for, let's hear for some of these things.
Well, the enrollment of members is a continuous process.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have a time frame for a specific time frame. Once you establish or you create that anxiety to say, I would like to be a member of the Teachers Credit Union, just pick out the form and then you go ahead processing the form and then immediately you become a member. Yeah. And presently, what we are doing now is on an annual basis.
Okay.
We have our annual meeting.
Okay.
Which we call the annual General Assembly. So we are preparing for that, and hopefully from the 27th to the 29th of this month, we'll be going through that meeting. Okay. Where, members will be present, our board members, our regulators, all of these people will be invited to sit and discuss issues that are pertinent to the credit union.
So somebody is asking question. You are, from your various family background, doing your work, taking your pay. Why is it important to establish this? What are some of the benefits? Why is it important to do this?
Yes, I would want to come in. It's important because, as I said in one of my earlier comments, The challenges are huge when it comes to financial matters in this country, especially considering the salary of teachers and education workers.
Okay.
Relatively is not up to what it should be. As a result, teachers are faced with numerous financial challenges. How do they meet up with these challenges? We thought the credit union could be one good avenue. Let me just give one example as to why that we felt was very necessary. Our members, over the period of time before or prior to the existence of the credit union, have had to mortgage their bank books. That means if a teacher was in a dire need of finances, he goes to someone who is giving out money, takes the money as loan, and he's obliged to relinquish his bank book to this lender. And that lender will not return his bank book until the money is paid. We feel that was, or that is, dehumanizing, because how can a man work because he took maybe a few $1,000s from you and he can't have access to his pay, even a change? You take all of that for those months until the money is paid. It's totally wrong. So we felt that one way we could help solve that problem was to establish a credit union, because with the credit union, we follow the government acceptable standard of how you collect loans or money from people. Whatever amount you borrow, we are obliged to deduct now more than 33% of your salary per month. So at least you have change to take home to take care of your family. So these were the things that we really look at to help teachers. And that's what we've been doing, and that's what today the credit union is where it is today.
What are some of the biggest success stories?
Numerous.
Whether for individuals or as an institution?
Yeah, let me start. Maybe my colleague will end there. Yeah, success stories. Just last year, on how annual general assembly in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. I tell you, the handicaps, especially the blind, the other
members of the disabled.
Yeah, disabled community. So some of them, they went there to testify or to get their success stories. What have the credit union has done for them. Besides that, there are others jubilating coming to say, yes, I want to say something about it. Let people know what the credit union is doing for us. Right now, I'm a homeowner. I should pay rent somewhere. It will give me headache. To even pay rent is difficult because through the credit union, yes, today I'm a homeowner. I'm a house owner. I own the land. In fact, now I'm preparing to build my house. And that's what's going on. There are series of them coming. Some of them, they have their own motorbike, and that motorbike helps them a lot. Some of them, they bought cars, and they are running their traffic. Indeed, they are helping them a lot. They come with success story. Not one, not in two. So many, numerous of them around the country. And just what I told you, we are in all the 15 counties of Liberia.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, you can add to that?
Yeah. In addition to that, even as the institution itself also has success stories. For example, when we started off 2013, it took effect 2015, the membership was very low. Currently, we have close to or around 5,000 membership. So that shows that we are growing, even though there's potential for growth, because when we look at the number of teachers in the government, teachers and education workers in the government payroll, it's far above that number. But at least we have started from somewhere. In addition to that, we currently are being housed by the parent body, NTAL. Well, that's where we have our offices. One of the biggest success stories is that in just a couple of weeks from now, we'll be breaking ground for a 3-story structure owned by the credit union. So that is a huge success story that I want to give.
Okay. Okay. Having said that, let's go to some details about the upcoming assembly. What are activities that mark the assembly?
Well, when it comes to the assembly, we are gathering there, to review our yearly activities for 2025. Other statements will be given. There will be a board meeting to discuss some of those things that are important for the running of the institution. Also, policies are going to be reviewed. And what are the adjustments? What are the amendments we're going to make in these policies? As you know, our strength is in the members. This is not an institution where maybe the board chairman will say, okay, we're doing this today, and that's it. No. Our decisions are based on the decisions of the members. They will tell us this is how we want things to go. So everything we do, we rely on our members to take the lead.
So does that mean during the General Assembly there are resolutions reached amongst the members?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just that it will be arrangement on delegates.
Okay.
Because we cannot bring all of the members to Monrovia.
Okay.
Yeah. So like the board members in each county, some of the officials in the counties will be invited and they will come and sit with us to discuss these things.
How do you do the leadership structure? Is it by election? Is it by, and if that is by that, at what time do you do the leadership structure?
The leadership will have a term of 3 years.
Okay.
So at the end of the term, elections are held in each county for the board members.
Okay.
Okay. So after that election, the 15 board members will get together and to elect a chairman of that board. Okay. And also, we have a supervisory committee which acts as an internal auditor of the union. Okay. They are also elected, 3 members. Yeah.
How successful has that process been over the years since the formation? Have there been times where there are, some leadership issues that we will see in some organizations around here?
Oh, we are not experienced that.
Okay.
Since we started, we are not experienced any leadership.
What's the secret?
The secret is, we are dead.
Is it because you are elders?
No.
Not because I heard
that. not at all.
Okay.
Sometimes, the youth can come up with some, points, arguing this and that, and we can clash, but still, we will reach a common point.
And besides that, even among the board members, they are youth among them. We have we have young people who are serving on the board. But I think the secret to this whole success is that we are following the principles of cooperative. This is a financial institution. When you bring politics into financial institution, you are soon to break down. Yeah. So we are keeping that principle highly. That we have our focus on the growth of our members financially. So that push the issue of politics in the background. Okay. And that's why it has kept us to be where we are today.
All right. So preparation for this year's General Assembly, what are some challenges so far? How far are we when it comes to the planning? Let's hear that.
Yeah, we have our steering committee. Okay. This committee consists of 6 members, and those members got together on weekly basis, discuss issues, make arrangements, plan how things will go on from the 27th up to the 29th. So everything is on course.
Okay.
Yeah, regarding that, we have our invitees. Just to mention that how we value our members, we have invited 5 persons who are considered as the highest depositors.
Okay.
And that is because we want to motivate people to see the need to put in their resources. Because what happens is that whatever money that people save there, it's not just because you want to take loan or not, but it's for the future. Because at times when teachers are retired, sometimes whatever change the government gives is not enough. But what you save over a period of time, at least you go home with something substantial to begin your retirement life. Or maybe sickness or whatever. Those things are there to help those kind of situations. So those people are being invited. And then we also have other sister credit unions around the country are also being invited. In addition to that, we have the the CDA, the Corporate Development Agency, is going to be a part. The Central Bank of Liberia, the National Association of Credit Union, and all the others are being invited to take part in this program. So we can say all is on course. Beginning the 26, 27, we are going to jumpstart and start the process.
Okay, folks, you're listening to the OK Morning Rush here on OK FM 99.5. Our studios are here on Lynch Street in Central Monrovia. Our guests this morning are from the National Teacher Association of Liberia Credit Union Cooperative. Mr. Freeman Duo is the national chairman. He's here. Mr. Anderson Tamba, the business manager, is here. And Mr. Andrew Kokolo, who is co-chair for recruitment and education, is also here. So we are talking about their activities, especially the upcoming annual General Assembly that is coming up sometime this month. So let's talk about cooperatives. You know, there are some people, they really don't 100% know what these kind of unions are for, their benefits, and why is it important to be a part of these kind of structures.
Can I just add something before we come to that question?
Yeah,
please?
no problem.
Especially because it's part of the activities.
Okay.
Like I just told you, we have planned to begin the construction of a 3-story building.
Yeah.
The groundbreaking will be on the 30th of this
Okay.
month. So it's important we highlight that because we are counting on the public out there, our members, to fully support this process. We're going to have that groundbreaking on the 12th Street at our current location on the 30th, beginning at 11 a.m. The program will start.
Can you give her a summary of that project?
Yeah, the project is huge because we want to make sure that it's up to standard. So it's somewhere around 200,000-300,000. Yeah, around 200,000-300,000, close to that.
United States dollars.
Yeah, because it has all the modern facilities you can think about. We want to make it up to the standard of other cooperatives across the country and even out there, because we visited other cooperatives in the sub-region, and we know how their facilities look like. So we try to make sure that we at least up to standard too.
So is there a timeline attached to this project, and are the resources available?
Yeah, timeline is a 1-year period. We hope that in the 1-year period we are able to complete that. Well, on the issue of resources, yes, we have in place a system because the members are the one paying for this particular project.
Okay.
So all of us who are members of the union or the cooperative are paying certain amount as our contribution toward the process. So at least we have something that we can say we can begin with. It doesn't mean that the door is closed for contribution from out there. We're not trying to insinuate that we have everything under control 100%. But at least we can be sure that within the 1-year period, we're able to get the resources to complete the project.
But are there structures in place where you can solicit contribution towards that project, maybe by communicating with relevant and interested institutions, organizations, or individuals?
Yeah, at the program, the 30th, we're inviting, prominent government officials, our sister organizations, other personalities to see how they come and grace the occasion. Okay. And our occasion, as he rightly said, it is not just limited to the resources of the members. These people we're inviting, they know, everybody knows that that project is geared towards the improvement of the standards of teachers or the livelihood of teachers in Liberia. So I know they will be making contributions.
Do you own the land that you're going to construct that project on, or you are leasing it?
It's our land.
It's our land.
Yeah.
Because the mother body, NTAL, has a land owned. So they've given the credit union a spot to build on. So we are not leasing. No, it's owned by us.
Okay, that is great. Then let's go now to that my question that I asked earlier. Concerning the importance of people forming part of these kind of structures. Why is it important?
Yeah, it's important because as a cooperative, cooperative is a group of people with a common goal.
Okay.
Like the teachers. The teachers that we are talking about, these are people who are in the areas of education. So the interested persons will group themselves together and work to see how best we can help ourselves. Instead of relying on government, on NGOs, on this, on other people, we are helping ourselves. And that's the same motive that even the agricultural cooperatives and other cooperatives are carrying out. So people with a common goal, people who are common bound, group themselves together and then they carry on the activities of that cooperative.
Yeah, because it's members helping each other. Because whatever resources are gathered at the credit union is there to help other members. For example, I may not be in a position to just easily lay hands on maybe $2,000-3,000 to start a project. Now the credit union can help, and that's the essence of cooperative, because others have contributed, and those contributions are there to share among the members that people take as loan and it becomes revolving. You pay, and then others have a need, we share just like that. So the cooperative is very important because when you look at the country we find ourselves in, without cooperatives, it's very difficult, extremely difficult, because the financial challenges are very huge, and only cooperative can help us with that.
What are transparency and accountability mechanisms within the cooperative, understanding that you are dealing with money and people?
Yes. What we do at the end of every period, that is 12 months operation, before then we have an internal auditor who also very committee. They along with us make sure that our books are prepared, all the reports, everything document put together. Then at the conclusion, that means after 12 months, we invite our external auditors, which we call our regulators. They come and do our audit. Go through
Are they also members of the?
No, they are regulators.
Okay.
They are just like, they are government they go and do the audit.
The corporate development agency.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They do the audit. And whatever findings, that's it. Nobody can say no to it. So we're not just doing it on our own. Do it, they come and say, yes, let's see what you have done for the past 12 months. That is done financially, other activities that involve into operation, or they are audited. And they make reports. And that report is presented at the AG, Annual General Assembly.
And Chairman, how has that been over the years?
Oh yeah, it has been very successful. At all of our AGs. Actually, we started in Monrovia at the top end high school. Then from there we went to Banga. From there we went to Ganta, Nimba County. From there we went to Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. And we are coming back to Monrovia this year.
Okay.
And at all these programs, the auditors have been present and they have presented the financial statements to the members. As I told you earlier, everything we do, we give it to the members to decide what's the next course of action. So the audit report is brought and publicly presented at the AG.
Okay.
And once that is done, it means we are okay. The auditor would say they will get their opinion. Have we done the right thing or the wrong thing? They can say that to the members, and then from there, we'll move on to the next year. So we have been successful in that.
So what kind of relationship or cooperation do you have with other cooperatives in the sub-region for, best practices purpose?
Oh, every year we attend a regional forum for West Africa. And sometimes the continental forum we call Saka for Africa.
Okay.
I can't remember us going for the World Conference, but we hope to do that. It depends on our strength, financial strength. And we have been discussing with these people. People like the Gambians, the Ghanaians, the Sierra Leoneans, they started this thing before, or they're the one who introduced credit union activities to us. And we rely on their pieces of advice to see how they can move us forward. For now, the Gambian teachers are willing to help us when it comes to digitizing our financial work.
Okay.
Yeah, because we are growing. We started with 200, we went to 300, and now we are around 5,000. To deal with 5,000 members, when it comes to the paperwork, manually, it's a big, big challenge.
Okay.
So we asked them, they have accepted to come, install the equipment, train our staff to see how we can go completely digital.
How will that help your operations? What would that mean for you when it is functional?
Greatly, greatly. Right now, people will come and say, members are coming. They want to know the status of their savings to date.
They want to get data immediately, access to data immediately. Yeah.
And then it doesn't work that way for us as we go as we are doing it manually.
So you gotta go file by file, looking for papers.
But with our digital operations, just in no time, you can get it. You can even sit in your county or your village once you have access to the internet and access your account.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why over the period of time you have not achieved this? Is this because of the issue of money or the expertise to do the kind of work?
I think it's first we take it down to money, because don't forget that whatever we have there are members' owned resources.
Okay.
So we are very careful how we use it, because you save, I save. Your saving is for you. My saving is for me. The credit union doesn't have a right to use it just like that.
Okay.
So that makes us to be very careful. So that has been the reason why we've had this little bit of time to move to this level. But thankfully, with the support of our partners, we can say that it's on course.
So who is underwriting the cost for that transition from manual to digital system? Or what are obligations on the part of your organization?
Yeah, we have our APS body, Liberian Credit Union National Association.
Okay.
Whatever we do here, we do through them. They have, enter into some understanding with the Gambians.
Okay.
And they promise us, it may not be 100%, but they're going to underwrite the cost of it. What we have to do is, on our own here is, we should have our record set, we should have all the equipment needed, and which we have already done that, but all the equipment, everything is set. Just for them to come and install the other activity, software, other things, that's all remaining. So, but other ones, Gambian, yes, they're going to do it. About 90% or so, they're going to share the responsibility that they offer to get for us. Because first thing, Gambians started with us. Before the Ukrainians started, they came and introduced us. They came and even trained us here. How can we go about credit union? Because we didn't know about the credit union.
Okay.
I said, that will be happening. And we have visited the sub-region. That's what my chairman said. We visit those places, we see how they are operating there. Go to Gambia, you will not believe, you see Teachers Credit Union, they are building. You will not believe they are Teachers Credit Union. Go to Ghana, go to Sierra Leone, you will not believe it, my dear. So from this other one, we have seen it. There's a need that will go to that level there. We may not reach as far they are, but want to do our own way within our reach. Because Yawa Makuli said that it's a teacher's money. We don't play with their savings. Why would we do any extra expenses we're making, it made out from the interest or what we call surplus at the end of every period.
Okay.
That we use and not their savings. Their savings is safe. We are not allowed to use that. But the profit at the end of the year, what we call surplus, is what we can do other activities. Within that surplus, we are able to get even 2 cars as we speak.
Okay.
We have 2 cars for the entity. When we started, one person started the entity. Later, then we had 2 staff. Now we have up to 8 staff.
Okay.
To know that we are really growing.
for effective operation.
Confident, yes.
Okay. So, what are expectations after this year's assembly?
Let me come in. The expectations are high that, like we said earlier, we have the potential for growth, considering the number of teachers who are currently in the employ of the Ministry of Education. So after this AG, we are hopeful that this number is going to keep increasing. We are hopeful of that. That is one of our expectations. And our expectation is also to see the improvement in the way things are done. Because from these policy changes, it's also going to help to improve our workings. My colleagues can.
Okay.
Yeah, as you rightly said, there are a lot of expectations. One he mentioned about the growth in membership. Another thing is what we said earlier about going digital. We pray and hope that maybe a few months from now, we'll be fully digital. Yeah. And also how to see ourselves in our own offices after the construction work.
Okay. So you are hoping that after this assembly, the next assembly, you will be pointing at some tangibles, including
Sure.
what progress may have been made at the headquarters project.
Sure.
Okay, so let's interact with the public. Let's hear, maybe they have some questions to ask about the work you are doing. Maybe they have commendations, they have comments, they have recommendations. We don't know. So let's open the lines and have some interaction with our listeners. Of course, you are listening to the OK Morning Rush here on OKFM 99.5. We broadcast from Central Monrovia here on Lynch Street, Quarters. You're listening to our guest, Mr. Fremont Dua is here, Mr. Anderson Tamba, and Mr. Andrew Kokolo, and you are following the conversation. Call 0777 700 995 0555 995 995. These are the numbers you can call to participate. Again, 0777 700 995 0555 995 995. So yes, let's talk about I'm interested in the fact that the institution is ambitious enough to initiate the fact that they want to build their own headquarters. I know a lot of BB institutions in the country didn't get headquarters. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Eric Mason. I want to be thankful to our heads in the studio there. But I have one or 2 points. I'm Eric Mason from Brazil.
Okay. Are you a member of the cooperative?
Yeah, a bona fide member.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to ask Mr. Tama. Mr. Tama, I've taken loan, but I want to find out my loan gone almost a year now. But I want to find out whether there is a possibility that while you own your loan, that you can take something from your saving, because there are 2 separate things can go on in our book. So whether it's possible that I can take something from my saving while I own the loan payment.
Okay. So take note of these concerns. We will come to you later to address them. Thank you for your participation.
All right, sir.
Okay, let me take this person. Good morning. Please stay away from the monitor, please. Cut the radio off.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is J.B. Hilton calling from Bomi County.
Bomi County, go ahead.
Yes, I want to thank the studio guests on the radio this morning for what all they have said. But I have one issue to ask.
Okay.
How they are letting those people will be part of the General Assembly. Before then, people used to be selected, or they select people on basis of whatsoever you are deposited. They hire depositors and other people. But this time they do it randomly. Those people that they favor are the people that they select to go to the
But I thought you asked how they are doing it, but you already accusing them say they can do it randomly. Then how you want to know now?
Few years ago, they did it before randomly. They just took people that they are interested in. They didn't do it the way they it. People
Okay,
used to
so me now as a journalist, my takeaway from your question is how are they selecting people now or delegates now for the assembly? So that's the question, right?
Exactly.
Okay, thank you. All right. Good morning. Okay, that caller slip off. Let me take this one. Again, the numbers 0777700995, 0555 yeah, I think these first callers are knowledgeable about the whole cooperative issue. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Thank you for having me. My name is Victor P. Cabo, Commodore New Sergeant Plea.
Okay.
I do call you from Patrick Fatu to be precise, Africa.
Okay. Are you a teacher?
Brother, thank you for those teachers in studio for the excellent job they are doing for our teachers.
Okay.
I'm so happy to hear that they have a teacher union where they can be able to help our brothers and sisters who impart knowledge in us. I'm so happy that otherwise I don't know what to say to them. I pray for them that God should guide them in everything they do for this country, Mama Liberia, the only country that you and I can never be deported from. And they continue to show love to our brothers and sisters who continue day and night imparting knowledge in all that today you can find president, you find minister, you just leave me on and on. I'm so proud of you guys. I pray that God should always guide you and grant you your heart desire for this country and for that union. There must be nothing to split you guys. You will always be together for confidently and everything you guys will do. God.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Let me go to this line and see this one. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I don't know why this one is not coming through, but 0777700 055 Good morning. Good morning. Hello. This one is not coming through, so we'll go to this one 0777700 But what is cause not coming through? Hello. Hello. Okay, let me take this one. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, Marcus Davis. I'm James Kamara on the conversation from Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah, let me appreciate the speaker that in speaker this morning for the deliberation.
Okay.
Let me say thanks to them, as teacher. But I have a question, and as it relates to, they talk about people with disability. I want to know if all of those people with disability are also members are also teachers. I mean, and if they are not teachers, and they in these, whether let me just if they are teachers, because that is the question, or whether the association also can credit other people who are not teachers, but indeed they find the interest of crediting from the credit union to ensure that they pay back in the credit time.
So the question is whether they can credit non-members.
Non-member. That is the clear question. Whether they can credit non-member, and I want to appreciate them because if you practice after what is happening all over the country, will help to also improve the teachers because the teachers are not making much. But at least if you are saving, at the end of the day, if you retire in the teaching, you can have something else to do to be able to depend on. You see. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning for the second time. Marka Davis and Fatu Kamara, right?
Now everything you can talk on, huh?
Yeah, for me, I'm a multifaceted intellectual who speak on varieties of issues.
Okay, go ahead. 30 seconds.
I'm a religious reader of so many documents.
Okay.
Once again, Fatu Command, religious follower and contributor of the widely listened to OKFM. Let me always say kudos to you and Fatu for always being balanced and very articulate in your style of reportage.
Okay.
Yeah, I listen to the guys in studio. For me, I'm an educator.
Okay.
I work within our arena for many years. I molded the man or infant at the first grade, at the early childhood level.
Okay.
So anytime, I listen to people find themselves in similar capacity, I always, embody them or inspire them to press forward. The issue of teacher empowerment is sacrosanct when it comes to the education sector. Because for teachers, for you to
What
get
kind of
the best
big
out
boy
of
you speaking
teachers,
so?
it's very important in the layman's term. Very, very important.
Okay. That term sounds like a legal term.
Yeah. It's very important, for teachers to be informed. The empowerment well-being of teachers is very, very cardinal. So what the guys are saying, the issue of the loan scheme for teachers, I think will help to build their economic capacity, thereby inspiring them to contribute bigly into the classroom.
Okay.
So I let to give it out to them for the invaluable services they continue to offer to the upcoming generation. Thank you so much for picking my call. You are a great man. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. You are also a great man. Okay, so we'll just go back to our guests in studio here to listen to them. You listen to some of the callers. Some of them ask questions. You can answer their questions as well. Go ahead.
Yeah, let the manager start.
Okay.
There was a caller from Broadway asking question that he's a member and also he took loan from the entity, whether he can withdraw from the account while in loan. The answer is no. We have the policy in place. Okay. When you are in loan with the entity, you cannot take any money from your account. The money is there for you until you can complete the payment.
Okay.
Then you can access to your money now. That's the answer.
So in short, it means that your saving is your collateral.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah. Because that first collateral is your saving.
Yeah.
Because whatever you want, we double now is 2 times. So we'll give you 100% of yours back, and then we'll add another person 100% added to you. We'll give you. So because of that now, that means your money is all saving as a collateral. Okay. So it's there until when you complete the payment, then you can access to it.
Okay.
Okay, and the second caller talk about the selection of
delegates.
the delegates.
Yes.
Okay. Let's say it's something done with the consensus of all of the officials present at the meeting. So it's not something that maybe the chairman alone will go sit and say, oh, okay, I'm picking out John, I'm picking out Mary, I'm picking out this person. No. So, like previously, we have a mother organization, the NTAL. So the president of the NTAL, the secretary general of the NTAL, the 3 regional vice presidents of the NTAL, along with all the 15 country presidents, and like the depositors, other members are invited to be a part of the assembly. We cannot, this is members' money. Only the low profit will cause surplus that we can go inside to attend to these kind of programs. We're not going to take somebody's savings and go have an elaborate program where everybody will be invited. And at the end, what do we start with for the next year? We'll be left with nothing. Yeah. So we select these people based on the locations.
And just to add up to that, you see, the caller made reference to the standard use. What we used before is the same standard we are using now. The caller was one person that benefited from the standard we are using today. We said the highest depositors. So it's a criteria. It's not just automatic selection. He benefited from that before. So currently, there are others who now have deposited more than him. So definitely, those who have now become the higher depositors are the ones that we selected to come. So it's not just at random. No, we have a criteria set.
And at that occasions, those people that brought us higher deposit will be honored for the good work they have been, for the saving they have done, even though they had the money, but because of what they have done, they have to trust the entity with their finances. We honor them for that.
Okay, so there will also be honoring at the assembly.
Yes.
Okay, so
another person talk about disability.
Okay.
Before we forget.
Yes, the person who mentioned whether non-members can credit. Yes, address that.
Yeah, sure. We can say those who are disabled today, who are benefiting, are members. So non-members we don't give loan to non-members.
Okay.
The reason is, if we gave loan to non-members that we don't have control over how to collect the loan, it's a problem. But with those who are already members, we know that they are under a closed system. Their salary comes through the Ministry of Finance. So through that, we are able to, get our loans back. So that's why it's limited to members, because we want to secure our funding.
Yes. So the payment is done through deduction.
Yeah,
payroll
So
deduction.
you don't have to go take to bring.
No, in
even
case.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though.
Yeah.
If you wish, you can also pay on the counter.
Okay.
But the first criteria is through payroll deduction. But in the case where you have, you are able to.
That's the safest one in my mind.
Yeah, but in the case, maybe it's through the same means, but probably you say, okay, I want my loan to be completed very early.
Beforehand, yes.
So while the deduction goes on, I can still bring money on the counter.
Oh, yes, that's understandable.
So that I can apply for another loan.
Yeah, that's
And another thing is there's a concern among our private school teachers.
Okay.
Yeah, they would like to know whether they can become members of this institution. Fine. But it's a critical issue. We are working on the policy documents that will guide that loan to private school teachers.
So that salary can delay in the private sector.
You see? So we don't have, that much control over their salaries.
Yeah.
So we have to do all the
That
necessary.
policy should be really stringent.
Okay.
Especially the private sector, they are on contract.
Yeah, exactly.
Every 10 months, when it expire, they can renew.
Yeah.
Sometimes they dash you out.
So another 3 months pay not can you. But I think we are out of time now, so you can just use 30 seconds each to close. Yes. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much to the OK family for the opportunity to use your platform to talk to our members and will-be members, so that the credit union can continue to grow. And we look forward to more of such opportunities. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay, we would like to thank the station very much for the opportunity to sit here this morning and talk to our members.
Yeah.
But there's an appeal from us to our members pertaining to the loan. Most of them are complaining about delays in issuing them loans. So it's based on the remittance that we are getting. As we told today, it's a revolving fund. I get it, I pay, then it's given to you or it's given to another person, and it goes on like that. So if the remittance that we're supposed to get from the Ministry of Finance or Civil Service Agency, we are not getting it in time, then there's a little delay. And people get angry about that. So please, members, bear with us.
Okay. And finally?
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, family, and thank you out there to listeners. Yeah, we are there to help you through the Teachers Credit Union. So don't sit at the fence to say you are spectators. Come today, as long you are on MOE payroll, come and register with us, and we can assure you that your finances are secure and safe. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much for coming. These 3 elders have been our guests here this morning on the OK Morning Rush, the first segment. They've been here since 8 o'clock this morning. They are from the National Teacher Association of Liberia Credit Union Cooperatives. Mr. Freeman Duo is their national chairman, Mr. Anderson Tamba, business manager, Mr. Andrew Kokolo, co-chair for recruitment and education. It's been a wonderful time here. Let's take a break. Mr. Elvis H. Salif will be in here shortly. But this break with this one. Of course, right here on the OK Morning Rush this morning. My brother, Jonathan Jackson, and his wife, should I say his beautiful wife, our wife, Rosalind B.S. Jackson. They're celebrating their wedding anniversary on today. Yeah, I love to wish the family well. Jonathan Jackson is Assistant Minister for Administration at the Ministry of Education, and his wife, Rosalind Jackson, a nurse, is also, they are celebrating their wedding anniversary today, and I want to wish the family well. Also, our colleague and brother, Cyrus Nemela Hammer, and his wife are also celebrating anniversary today. Yeah. You enjoy your marriage life, yeah, children. So, Rosalie, you have to fix the traditional food, the GB, for me to come and show some love on the anniversary today. So, Rosalie Jackson, Jonathan Jackson, Cyrus Hammond, all of you celebrating wedding anniversary today. Wishing you all the best today. From Marka Davis, the son of the late Baptist deacon. And ladies and gentlemen, here comes the veteran, Mr. Elvis Salif, a sports developer, sports lover, the president and CEO of Samira FC, communication specialist, and a candidate for executive committee member of the upcoming LFA elections. So I actually forced him out of his comfort zone this morning. He said, I found all. I said, you have to come, Let's talk. Let people know some of the things you've been doing. You probably let doing things behind the scene. Yeah, so I'm bringing him to the spotlight this morning. I know he has been here before, media area, not the main area and all of that. But we really thought to highlight some of his work this morning. And it is great to say, Chief, are you set? Yes. Good morning. It's great to have you.
Good morning, Marka.
The last time I saw the last time I saw you, I haven't seen you again for a very long time.
I know. I just got the same question from a man Eddie out there.
I know,
It's been even worse, like way before.
Yes, but it's great to have you, man. Welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here. I would say it's actually my first time being on your radio. I've escorted bosses and others here, but no, I'm a backroom guy. So
I know. Absolutely. But how is everything, outside of job, outside of other engagements, as a person, Elvis Salif, how's everything with you?
I am grateful. Things are smooth. I think we're making life where we can. So it's going okay so far.
Give us a little background. I know you want me to go straight to sports, but who really is Elvis Salif?
Thank you. A really humble guy, I would say. I have a long practice with journalism as yourself now.
Yeah.
I remember some 25 years ago, I started my first professional media career on a small radio station called Crystal FM.
Okay.
Yeah, that was way back. And then in 2005, I moved on to Truth FM.
Okay.
Both are
where
former homes.
Where I also worked.
Yes, and I stayed at Truth FM until 2010 when I left mainstream media, and then I had to go away again for school and some other form of education. But yeah, I've been a journalist for a long time. I have my career lines are in communication, diplomacy, and security.
Okay, that's great. But let's see your other side, sports, football. your inspiration, your motivation? What pushed you into that?
I never played football.
Okay.
I normally tell people I didn't even kick a line. Except for fun, where my colleagues will sometimes, try to force me into, joining some of these holiday things we do.
Yes, old timer games.
I don't play football, and I tell them I'm a 19-minute and 59-second player. Beyond that, if you don't take me off, I'm walking off the field. But the passion began somewhere in Sinco. I used to live in Sinco a long time ago. Okay. I've always had passion for football, even while I played basketball. But football administration started in 2016. Then my good friend and brother, Anthony Bashi, had this arrangement with some young lads in the Sinco belt. Okay. They would normally form themselves to play friendly matches on holidays, and they will go clean up, before the game. You got to go clean up, raise more money, and then you'll be able to take care of the activity for the next day or so. So it got to the point where they were repeatedly asked. There was this day where I'm like, okay, let's make this thing an official thing. There is the Sinker subcommittee. We're all living and we're based here, and this team is actually here. What you have is actually here. Let's make it official. Let's see if we can form an official team so that, okay, you don't always have to come when you want to play a friendly match, but we can make it like a real thing. And he agreed. He's like, yeah, you're right. I've been wanting to talk to you about it, but yeah, I said, because not every time you come, just swing by and get the small cash for the period and then be gone. So we formed what is now Samira Football Club. It's actually named after, I would say, two of our daughters. I have my first daughter is Samira. And then my brother who came on board later on has a younger daughter also named Samira.
Okay.
So it's named after family members of ours. Then we entered the Sinco subcommittee where we performed exceptionally well. And then move on to the national level. You left the community league and you normally go on to playoffs. Yeah. And then you go on to promotion levels. So we were promoted to the second division before. We were relegated. Okay. We stayed on, we fought. Came back to second division. That's where we're currently playing in the Liberia National Football League.
Okay, so Samira is currently in the second division.
It's a second division club, yeah.
Okay, that's a big...
We're trying.
No, but that's great. Now, support. I remember one of my colleagues runs a kickball team, and he incorporated me as the vice president.
Imagine.
And every time you go to practice, like you are literally doing everything.
Yeah.
And I think that guy is strong. So, your case. I know we'll come to other, current issues, but your case with supporting a football team, a well-organized one for that matter, regular practices, transportation costs to go to games and all of that. Tell us, how are you and your partners surviving with this?
You're right. It's quite expensive. In fact, it's really expensive. We're currently paying these fundings out of our pockets.
Okay.
Sponsorship is a serious challenge to Liberian football. I think it's generally to sports. Most times we see sponsorship when we go into county meeting. But the National League, we had Orange sponsoring the league for a period that ended, even though, we appreciate the money, but of course, if you calculate what you have to spend, even on a weekly basis, it's like way too much. So our team currently, we carry our practices at least 3 times a week. And sometimes you have to play twice a week. So every week you have a huge budget of expenditure. And it's really tough. My partners and I pretty much dipping from our pockets and businesses we have around so we can fund this club. And mind you, we've done this for 16 years. It's tough. I don't know if you're still a vice president on that kickball team, but...
Yeah, Adele, but...
Every year, we review the books and we're like, my current vice president, C. Wilson, will be like, if we just drop this football team
and put the money
somewhere, we'll build new houses and mansions and apartments and make some money. But jokingly though, but he has his heart there, and I know that for a fact. But it's really expensive, and I tell you, it's fully covered from our salaries and other funding sources of funding that we have.
Okay. So, have you attempted what you are attempting now before?
Never. I was a part of the elections that brought President Bility to the LFA as the head.
Okay.
Both elections. At the time, I worked with his station.
Yeah.
So yes, we led those processes. I remember he formed a small team. We participated. So I've seen those two elections. I did see both of the current president's elections. So I've witnessed 4 of them.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, a few of them I was asked, why don't you come on board? I'm like, no, I like to be prepared, I like to be very sure of something before I get involved with it. So I take my own time when I'm making these decisions because I want to be fully committed. People say, oh, one of the strengths I have is commitment to my club. It's true. So when I'm taking up another position at that level, it's a national position now with football, I want to be able to find the time I need to perform. And I think I have it now. I tell you why. The 4 elections I saw were really, really easy. There was some hulu-baloos around it, but it was easy. This is the toughest election I have seen. I mean, from preparation to now campaigning, and then just a day on tomorrow going to election. It is the toughest. And then I ask myself, but why I picked the very hard one to get involved, But no, I've never attempted. This is my first try.
Okay. Now, the question will be, what is pushing you now? Yeah.
Because I've stayed on the sideline observing for a period, as I mentioned, and the current executive committee is doing okay. Can we do more? Yes. There are things that I think we can bring on board. So this is how it works. The executive committee is the highest decision-making body of football activities in our country.
Okay.
And when you sit at that level, you can influence decisions. I mean, we work toward the agenda of the president. It's part of our Bible. That's how we operate. But if you have a great relationship with the president, like I currently have a really good relationship, I would say, with my current president, and you have a great relationship with fellow executive committee members, you can influence some positive decisions that will affect football in general. As it stands, I'm making decisions for my club. When we go to Congress, we make decisions in general, but we have to wait for that Congress. Executive committee members or that committee sits at least once a month. And there, they make some really hard decisions. I want to be able to be there so that I can influence some of the things. After 16 years of participating in this thing and seeing how expensive football is and what we need to do, I have some proposals that I want to bring on board. For example, my strength is in grassroots football.
Okay.
We started from way down onto where we are. But mind you, most of our players, Hilary Justin Kono normally jokes me saying, my many people can say, you want the team to get promotion because you just want the small body to be around holding it. But I love to see young people who have talent. I like to support their crafts. And what we're doing is providing platform for them. I have some really great ideas that we can infuse. Measure football with education, as we do on our side. You can do formal education, vocational, whatever thing you want to do, but make sure everyone on our team has this binding duty to find something else to do, where we can support, we support. Sometimes we fully support these initiatives. My partners and I have people here in Liberia where we're supporting in school, vocational schools, universities, high schools. We still have players in high schools.
Okay.
There are a bunch of our students or former players. I'll still say they are current players, but they're out now on educational spree. They're in Rwanda going to school on schemes that were established by this club and the partners that we're working with, so that they go and learn and come back. So we got programs that we want to bring on board. I'm coming also because I think we need to do a little more with more resource mobilization. I was at a debate yesterday and I said that what will happen if we engage these companies and corporations that we have to understand that corporate social responsibility can go beyond just creating or building clinics and schools and hospitals.
And grading roads.
Exactly, and putting the yellow machinery in Greater Hill, we pass on it. Great job, you're doing okay. But sports, let me narrow it down to just football. It's a strong unifier. I give an example that There was a period where we were fighting war in Liberia. Sides from, different sides laid down their weapons to come and watch football game. When they got through, they went back and started shooting at each other. This is something very powerful that we can use. And if it's that powerful, why don't we start to invest in it? How about we go beyond those things we're doing and ensure that we can put some responsibility of that towards sports? Do we need to legislate some of them? Maybe. I spoke to Senator Cyrus, Momo Cyrus yesterday about the same thing. Can we make some laws? There was this proposed sports authority. Yeah. I back it 100%. Because I think if we have it as an SOE, and it can generate funds like the LPRC and the Maritime and NPR as they're doing right now, we can be able to support sports on a certain level. It really needs support. I'll be honest with you, we need so much there that we don't have. You can even start to, maybe on the long run, start to tax some of these things, some of our products that are coming onto our market. Since those small can come and support this huge endeavor that is a strong unifier. We need to look in that direction. So there's so many ideas that I want to bring on board. I don't just want to wait for Congress before I can make these proposals. But if we can meet, sometimes the executive committee meets 2-3 times a month. And if we can strike these dealings, lobby with my colleagues, and make some decisions that will positively affect football, that's why I'm going.
Okay. I know you mentioned you've witnessed or some way participated in some of these LFA elections. We should talk about maybe your experience about these electoral processes. But let's talk about your relationship in the sector, which could also be a trump card for your possible or potential victory. What have you built in the sector in terms of human relationship and all of that?
I've built great friendships.
Who knows you? Who do you know?
Everybody knows me. And I know everyone. Okay. So here is my thing. In these campaigns and this election period, I am not making any enemies. I was very clear about that. Okay. People have picked sides. The one thing I've been very strong on is that I support the current president, and I'm not going to change that. Good enough now, there's only one person in that space on the ballot, so there's no argument about it as it stands. But do I have support from the other side? I have engaged them.
Okay.
And I've gotten some real strong commitment. There are people who are fully supporting the other side, who are my friends. I'm not going to name names, but we sit together. I go to meetings with them. I've attended. This is a campaign period. You won't call me to a meeting and I act too big, okay, because you're not supporting the president that I support and I don't go on your side. I will. So I've gone to almost all the meetings I've been invited to. And these are my friends. We've had some really great interactions, discussions, and we're on course. I've got the base in second division. I still think I do, because that's where we play. I've engaged all of the presidents or club owners already. I've gotten strong commitments from about 90% of them. I still have meetings with a few of them later on today because campaign ends at midnight. So I still got some commitments with them, and I'm engaging them further. In first division, there are people who played second division with me who have gone to first division. They promoted. Those are still my friends. So I got great relationships in that division also. Women's football, I have been unofficially, I would say, involved with some female clubs heavily. I won't call their names anyway. And I've built new relationships with some of them. I had a meeting with a couple of them the other day, and they were like, oh yeah, you're the one. Somebody mentioned this about you. And I'm like, the thing is, I've always been a backroom guy. Maybe if it were not this election, you'll not even know about me. Normally I go to the games, I'm quiet. I go to my own games, I sit very far. I like to stand when I'm watching games. I don't like to see my emotions when I'm not scoring goals. But I stand maybe somewhere far and then, enjoy my game. But yes, I have some great relationships with these guys on board.
Do you think you have the chance of getting elected tomorrow?
I think so. With the commitments I'm getting from voters, from delegates, from club owners, from presidents, from secretary generals, I'm getting public and private endorsements. People are being careful how to do this, and understandably, but I'm getting some huge endorsements. Some I was shocked to get on, even on yesterday, but I'm glad that it's happening because I think our report card is speaking for us. We've done a certain amount of work that we may not be able to campaign with the huge funds that I see some people campaigning with. And I told someone that my report card should speak for me. If you think I've done a great job with my club, that may be personal, but generally with the things we do when we go to these huge meetings with football, the contributions I make, and when I go beyond my club and engage with other clubs. And someone said, man, women player in their business. It's like, you want to steal players from all that. I got great players relationship also. People from other clubs will play. I'll lose games to clubs. And when their players come to me and we're talking and we shake hands, sometimes players on my club get angry, like, oh, the poor you're giving them money, all that kind of thing. But this is football. It's a unifier, so I'm all out for football. And I think I can win this.
Okay. So I know you mentioned in passing some of the things you think should happen to improve football, but what platform or manifestos are you carrying to this election?
So grassroots, like I said, is my strong hold. I want us to improve on grassroots football, youth development. I want us to improve on women's football. There's a lot being done with it. There's currently the talent development scheme. It's called TDS with the LFA. But I'm going to promote that instead of, the current arrangement is that a team from Montserrat goes from county to county and hunt real strong talent. I mean, natural talent. It's working. But how about we institute a full-fledged program in each county so we don't have to do the tour and then just bring a few. We could miss out on some talents. But it is stationed there, where this is a running scheme. You'll be surprised how much more you can get. So I'm going to push that even further. Infrastructure is something else that is doing well. Currently, there are practicing pitches and turfs all around the country, new stadium, and we're appreciating that. It's good, but let's do more. I want to see more. I want to see pitches, real standard pitches in the southeast. I asked my friend Kai Falion yesterday, what are we doing? So that, okay, we promote more. That it goes to the southeast. My cherished western cluster. I want to see what you playing pitch bombing count, so we can do more. So I'm pushing on that. I want transparency. It's law that the meetings of the executive committee are not public. I accept that. But when we have these meetings, we bring out the discussions to the public. Sometimes they do. But if you don't talk about what you're doing, people create their own interpretation, and it may be wrong. And then people start to believe something that is not right. It brings out too many issues that, okay, now you start having problems. Before you come back to do what we may call damage control, now it's late. But how about we feed more information? We do more open dialogues. Maybe invite them to discussions. It could be Sports Writers Association. It could be stakeholders, general public. And then these are the issues. These are the problems we're having. But remind them or assure them that these are the solutions that we have lined up or the activities that we're going to take to fix these problems. We need to be open. We need to be transparent with the public so that they don't judge us wrongly or they don't misinterpret what's happening there. And like I said, resource mobilization, I'm going to be strong on that. I want us to find where we can find new monies so that people can stop taking funds from their pockets and their salaries when they have families to take care of. We need sponsorship. We need setups that provide funding to these activities so that they can thrive. Because if we continue doing this, I told someone maybe in 20 years I'll run out of steam. But I don't want that to happen. You can never tell how long one would take his personal cash and continue to fund this. So at that level, we can create new programs, new arrangements, new agreements, if you may. Put some lines in mineral development agreements so that, there's something specifically there for football or sports that we know if you're mining here or you're drilling here or something you're doing here, something feeds back, not, like I said, not just the roads and hospitals and schools. It comes to sports because this is somewhere we want to spend some time improving.
That sounds good. I know, like you mentioned earlier, this particular LFA electoral period has been very tough. I don't know what I should use toxic to.
Read my rules.
Yes, it has been kind of tough. What impact do you think everything that happened will have on the leadership coming after the elections?
I love the fact that it tested the process. I told someone there's a good that came out of this. It's not all bad.
Okay.
Did I want my colleagues to go to court? No. We have a procedure. Football, we have laws. If you feel that, okay, your personal rights are being violated, I respect that. You can go through the court process, but we have procedures that we have to follow. Each team signs up to these agreements.
Okay.
It's with FIFA, it's with CAF, it's with WAFU, and then your member association, which is LFA. We sign. If you say you're participating, you sign to these agreements that you abide by these rules. So the steps are different. You have to go through the LFA where you complain there, you go to arbitration. If you don't feel well, you go to CAS and all that. But I love that the process was tested. And I think to a certain extent, it's proven that, okay, well, we could see an injunction tomorrow morning, we can tell, but it's proven that when laws are on the books, they should be respected. And I'm all for the law. I'm trying hard not to delve into the other part, but there's a fine young man who's on the other side, a really great gentleman. Do I think he's done so well for football? Yes. Do I think he can even do better? I agree. But currently, the odds are against him. As much as I have a great relationship with people in his circle, and I would think himself, the odds are against him. Until those laws are changed, let's stick to the rules. I'm a respecter of the law, and that's where I'm going to go. But I love that the process was tested, and it survived it. Until at least tomorrow morning when we start the process and no injunction comes in, I know, okay, we survived it. But it's a good thing that it happened.
You are sounding skeptical.
No, I like to be a realist. Anything can happen. I've seen where we go to a particular process, and while we're starting, a sheriff shows up and it happened right in football.
I can just share a very recent experience. I will not call the institution name, but I have been invited to an inaugural program. In fact, I provided coverage for the election. And we were there. They did an online vote. They did an in-person vote. They did a ballot counting and everything. And they announced the results, and everybody knew what the results were. And we left. After some months later, I was also invited to the inauguration. They have prepared food. They have set the hall, everything. Guests have arrived, foreign guests. Everyone have arrived. While we are waiting for the program to start, the president-elect walks up and tells the entire, audience that we are very sorry that we cannot proceed with this inauguration because we just received a writ of injunction from the court, and we want to respect the court.
Of course, it's called action.
And how when we ate a food and level, it was so something like that.
It's possible.
Yeah,
I hope it doesn't happen because I think we have tested the process enough, so hopefully we see it through tomorrow. I want to rest too. I literally just got home last night. It was almost like 11 p.m. when your call came, and I had to bounce back up this morning, and come back, and then I have to continue. So until midnight, I'm still campaigning. But I would love to take a breather, I want to go through this tomorrow and just rest about it. But it's possible that could happen. I'm just hoping for the best.
What do you want to tell the delegates, those with the power to vote?
See
what do you think they should be looking at? Maybe beyond personal relationships. Yeah.
Actually, it has to do with, this is football. Football is action. In all fairness, football is action. It's commitment. You need to be fully dedicated to it. So how about you measure my commitment? How about you measure my dedication I've had over the period? And I've been dedicated. When people said, okay, they will not come back. I know teams that are participated within this league, teams I met there, they're not there anymore. Teams that joined after we were there, they're gone. Marka, it's expensive. It's heartbreaking. I mean, you get frustrated, you walk away, and then you not even want to come back. There are many times when I go to bed and I'll be like, tomorrow morning I'll make an announcement. And I think about the many young people who will feel disappointed. They will feel left by the side. It's just to find a platform so that, okay, they get the chance to perfect their craft. So we cannot give up on that. So measure our dedication, our commitment to this process, and see if, okay, it can happen with what we're doing currently, how much more about a national level. I am fully dedicated to this. It's not just because I want vote. True. People who know me will tell you, when I put my hand to something, I'm going all out. And this is what I want. I want us to do more than what we're currently doing. People before did what they had to do. And I said yesterday that the current administration is doing better than the previous ones.
Okay.
But the new ones that are coming, we can do even more. So let me be a part of this team so we can lift this thing for them.
I saw, I don't know what I saw was the list of the candidates. I saw you on number 22. Is that correct?
Yeah, 22.
22. Yes,
22,
yeah, I
yes.
saw that. So how many persons are actually supposed to be elected as executive committee members?
So it's a total of 13.
Okay.
The president sits aside.
Okay.
And then we have a separate seat for women's football representative.
Okay.
So you remove those two, we have 11 seats.
Okay.
Currently, there are 11 positions up for grabs. 9 of the current executive committee members are going for re-election. 2 decided not to.
Okay.
So it's interpreted there on the 2 seats, but in reality, this is a selection. So you'll be picking 11 persons out of the 22. Now, just got word this morning that one of the candidates dropped out for reasons he has calculated as unfair.
Okay.
I think there's a list of some of them who may, I don't know how true this is, I need to authenticate it, that may even drop out further. I hate to say sides, but they all come from the other side.
Okay.
And I'm hearing, I've not confirmed with them. Like I said, I just saw it as I was driving coming. And I tried placing a call, but it's not going through to him. I would like to confirm before, but I saw that on his official Facebook page. So I know he's backed out, but the others that were named, I'm not sure yet until I reach out to them. So you will be picking 11 out of the amounts that will be left, whether 22 or less. You pick 11 out of that list.
Okay.
Then those with the highest amount accumulatively will obviously take the 11 slots.
What are your chances?
I can win this, Marka. I have the conviction. I can win this. I think I have the support enough. I got support from the inside. I got support from the outside. And you know, when you're dedicated to something and you've made your mark, even people who don't notice you will start to notice you. People who, I wouldn't say don't like you, but maybe they're not fond of you, would turn to start paying attention. And like I said on yesterday, I got 2 surprising endorsements.
Okay.
And I'm really glad that I got those because I was all out looking for them.
Okay. So on the national level, you know, Liberians, especially the fans, how to judge LFA leadership sometimes by the progress of the national team. So even during the course of the elections, some of the promises are we will make sure and take the national team to the African Cup of Nations or international tournaments. These are some of the promises they will be making. And some Liberians believe once you are not qualifying the national team, especially the Lone Star, I mean, if nothing much is happening. So looking at this, if you are opportune to be elected on the executive committee, how much priority you think should be given these particular points that the Liberian people have raised over the period of time?
Very valid point. And I'm not waiting for the executive committee position to do that. Currently, I'm serving on what we call the Lone Star Mobilization Committee.
Okay.
I'm one of the many persons appointed to that committee already. We should have had a program today. We planned a fundraiser program today, but really tight schedule, we had to postpone it. So that committee is currently working on getting Liberia to AFCON 2027 in East Africa.
Okay.
Our mandate is to ensure that we raise enough funds because, as I told you, funding is a serious challenge. We raise enough funds that will support Lone Star, the senior national team, and hopefully trickle down onto lower level teams or the junior teams. But the priority right now is to qualify for AFCON 2027. So we're on that committee, fully committed. We've managed to attend almost all the meetings except I'm not in country, and some are even done online now for most of us who travel. So we're fully committed to it. The plan is we raise enough monies from these institutions, corporate institutions, government SOEs, everywhere. And we have some great people on that leading this process. But valid point, if Lone Star doesn't perform, you feel that, okay, LFA has failed. Let me correct one thing.
Yeah.
LFA manages football activities in Liberia. Lone Star is owned by the national government, meaning Ministry of Youth and Sports has a huge part to play into this. So it's not just the LFA.
Okay.
Let's be really clear about that. LFA manages football activities. Yeah, they manage a lot of logistical and administrative arrangements of the national team. But the national team is owned by the national government. And the main body that runs that is actually the Ministry of Youth and Sports. But we need funding. So it's not just the LFA that's not really doing too well. It's the fact that most times, I've traveled with the national team before.
Okay.
Shamefully, and maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but, and the records are there. Maybe it will come public too, if it hasn't. We owe people. Truth.
Mm-hmm.
We owe people. You know, locally we owe people. You know, nationally we owe people. And it's embarrassing. So the thing is, when we come to you as the mobilization team, please, we'll be asking for your $1, your $5, your 100 Liberian dollars, as much as you can give. Because if we can raise, for example, we got this, the record says almost 6 million people. If we can have 3 million persons putting into the pot for Lone Star, you know, even if it is just 100 Liberian dollars.
Is there a target?
Yes.
A targeted amount?
Yes, we want to raise $5 million for the team.
Okay.
That's the plan. We're targeting $5 million to prepare our team to go to AFCON 2027. And okay, as co-chair on media, maybe I have the authority to speak to some of these things. I was going to say I'd rather leave it to the chairman because he's the official spokesperson. We have a chair. So we want to raise $5 million. It's possible. It's really possible. So that instead of us complaining, put your money where your heart and your mouth is. Put your money there. Let's say we'll not succeed. Then come by and bash us. Make more from us. You know, put more from us. But contribute something. Make sure you give something when we come around. We'll do mobile money numbers, orange money numbers. We'll do bank accounts. People will be able to contribute from a diaspora. Wherever you are as a Liberian, you want to see Lone Star get to 2027. We have a new arrangement where we can raise money to support our young guys who are going to be flying the flag of Liberia.
Okay, folks, you're listening to the OK Morning Rush here on OKFM 99.5. My guest here this morning is Mr. Elvis H. Saliv. He is the president and chief executive officer of Samira Football Club. He's a candidate for executive committee member of the LFA upcoming election. I think the election should be tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning we start.
Damn it.
It's D-Day.
Yeah, so he's my guest here this morning, and we are talking about his candidature. We are talking about football, you know. Yeah, and he just spoke something very, important about the mobilization for the national team also. But before we go to the lines, what are your expectations or your expected outcomes, just beyond you winning the seat, but of the elections?
So, I'm expecting to get full support from all my colleagues, so that, like I said, relationship pays, especially if you have a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have all the ideas. I'm open to merging ideas and thoughts so that we, two heads being better than one can provide even better ideas. So I'm open to that. I'm expecting that we be a little more open.
Okay.
Like I said, it's important that we be transparent to the public. If it's not working, let's confess that it's not working, but show them that we have solution. Like I said, even with this Lone Star thing, that's why it's not working. Truth. It's not that our people can't play. I'll be honest with you. We've had issues with coaches and some players and all that thing. I know football got dynamics. There are technical aspects of football which we can delve into.
Mm-hmm.
But if we have the support and it still fails, then we know that then the problem is different. So I'm open to a lot of things. I'm expecting when I make some suggestions that we can, find some sense into it and then see how well we can improve football.
Okay, let's have some interaction now with folks who are following us this morning on the OK Morning Rush. Call on 0777 700 995 0555 995 995 0777 700 995 0555 995 995. These are numbers you can call. Let's have some interaction. Yes, today is National Unification Day, and it says sports is a unifier. So we're discussing sports on National Unification Day. So call, let's talk about it. Elvis is here as my guest this morning. The lines are open 0777 700 995, 0555 995 995. These are numbers you can call. Let's have some interaction this morning on the show. Sports lovers, people who are hugely following the LFA electoral process, you can call, make your point, ask Elvis some questions. Let's take the first person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead, your name, where you call from?
Yeah, I'm Mr. Tiboy calling from Siaman right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe in Mr. Salim. I know him well, and I know what he can do. So let us support him, and he will go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We should support him. He will do his best. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
All right.
Okay. 0777 700 995, 0555 995 995. These are numbers to call and form part of our conversation here on the OK Morning Rush this morning. We're talking about football. We're talking about election. We're talking about progress. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning to OK family. Yeah, I want to the guest.
What's your name?
If he was elected, which method you use to start player to represent the starting or labor? Thank you, sir.
But you want to call your name?
Sorry, please.
Okay. What method they will use to scout players for the national team? That's his question. You can call and also ask 0777 700 995, 0555 995 995. Call and ask questions. Elvis Salib is here as my guest. He wants to be an executive committee member of the LFA. They say they want to bring reform, new ideas, fresh ideas on the table. So they're asking the delegates for their votes. But while we await the calls, we can continue our conversation. But you listen to the first two callers. One was just raining praises on you, that you are good, they should trust you. But wait, let me take. Okay, that caller is up. He will come back. But the other one has a question that I think is also important.
Yes. So let me say that the executive committee is not responsible for selecting players.
Okay.
Can that be influenced positively? It can be. This is strictly a technical job.
Okay.
I used to serve on the Youth and Technical Development Committee before. This is squarely with the technicians.
Okay.
This is not the responsibility of the executive committee. But can we participate in a certain way? Because we're decision makers. So selecting players is not our job.
Okay, let me take this call. Let me take this call, please. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to you again.
This is Marka Davis. Go ahead.
Oh, Marka Davis. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes, I am J. Kelly. I join you from Police Academy this morning.
Okay.
Thanks so much to your guest. I believe it's a little bit cool when it comes to the football world. But my question to him is this: what are the roles and the responsibilities of executive committee members? Because I have not seen any tangible or well laid out function that have produced any needed results from the executive members. And I believe that they have been paid. But over the years, all of our problems have been shifted on the president alone. And according to information I got, they are the most powerful body in our organization. So what are their roles and what are they doing to revise the development performance of the Lone Star over the years? Thank you so much for the show.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Elvis?
Thank you. He's right. The executive committee is the highest decision-making body for football in Liberia. And the role is simple. It's to make the decisions on behalf of football. It's like let me bring it to national level. It's like the Senate,
Mhm.
you know. So it's sorry.
Yeah. So let's just hold you there and
It's
take the
okay.
calls, yeah, because they were coming slow. That's why. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is James Chupati. I cover Division of Namas of Palestine.
Okay, go ahead.
I really want to know when you're still together, how many persons testing for the presidency of LFA? The reason I'm asking is that I keep hearing just two names, Cassell and Muzala Rashid. How many persons are contesting?
For the presidency?
Yes, for LFA.
Okay. I will leave it with him to answer. Okay, thank you. He will answer you. 0777 700 995 0555 995 995. The number is 0777 700 995 0555 995 995. Call and ask questions, make comments, and good morning.
Good morning, Marka.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm Elijah P. Farmer. I joined the conversation in Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah, in the past year, we've been following the LFA activity, especially when it comes to the national team, the national team. But then when it comes to the visually impaired community, we don't have a national team for the visually impaired community. So I want for your pseudo guests to push that so that the people, especially visually impaired people, to get a national team on the table. They still the deaf community and the physically challenged community to on an international scene. So that is my appeal to him. And my question to him, what method will use, I know, for him to do that so that the visually impaired community too will get on the national team on the table. Because
Okay. All right. He will answer you, please. Oh,
Hello.
this is troubling. Hello.
Yeah. Are you coming up, Pascal David?
This is Marka. That Pascal man, that one I go
Sorry,
political man in this state, so I can be causing trouble. Don't call that man name on me. Let's hear you. Your name, where you join us from?
My name is Usman Soare. I joined you from Fenner this morning.
Okay, go ahead, Soare.
Yeah, I really want for you to ask your studio guest.
Ask the question. You have the opportunity. Ask the question.
Can you please resign and get a job to another Liberian to take over? So
Which job he has that he should resign from?
The president said that he occupying.
Oh, but the man occupy. The only presidency man occupying like a club presidency. So if you leave the club,
I thought that you and Mustafa Raji on the show.
oh no, this is not Raji.
Okay.
But why you even think? Why you even think?
He stayed on there. Like,
Why? But you know how long Sir Blatter was FIFA president, and how the other, yeah, from Cameroon. Anyway, thank you. But that's all you there. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Thomas Kuhn, and I do join a conversation from Okawe, precisely Banako.
Okay.
Let me say it is a privilege, speaking with a studio guest. That has been my major opportunity in order to speak with him. But thank God today that I have the opportunity that he's hearing me.
Okay.
I must say this, that it is a great honor looking at somebody who does not have a history of partaking into football in our country, and yet the person has decided to sponsor, and move on by remaining consistent for over 16 years. That's a great state of him. That shows how dedicated, committed that he is. So I think that people like him is actually needed in our country to serve or such position for which he is vying for today. So I think that is a great state of him, and I wish him victory. And I recommend to all those who have the privilege of voting that they should carry him. And I want to make this recommendation to him. I'm also a footballer. Yeah, that have been my greatest stand in order to play with the Samira FC. So I think for so, I'm actually appealing that I really want to form part of a team.
Okay.
You want to be associated with Samira?
Of course.
I hope you know the story. Oh.
Good name.
The story is that you come on board and we all contribute to build a team, right?
No, I think he's a player.
Oh, a player.
Definitely, bro.
Oh, okay, a
No, I
player.
say I'm a player. I'm a player. Yeah, I want to be part of the team. That's all.
Oh, okay, that's good. We'll invite you to some of our training sections to see.
Yeah, no problem. I hope that I may receive your number.
That one, the president will talk about that one. But I think, thank you. Let's just go back to Elvis now. I think the calls are okay.
Okay, thank you. Let me just start with the last caller. Thank you, and thank you for the commendation. What I will do, I'm sorry, I won't be announcing my number on the radio.
No.
But what I can do is invite you to our final game. It's on the 20th of May, at the SKD practice pitch. So you're invited. Come, let's have some conversation about your aspiration. We're all about supporting young people and the dream they have. So let's have that conversation in person. I'll be there myself. I don't miss my games once I'm in country. Okay. So join us there. The visually impaired team. I'm a bit, I'm still trying to wrap the idea around my head, and what kind of sport they can play, but I'm open to suggestions. Sir, wherever you are, find a way to find me.
They say people can play football with some kind of bell rink inside
That's
of it.
That's exactly what's playing in my head right now. If this is something that's feasible, you just added to my things I need to start proposing. So thank you for a great idea. I must admit that, no, it wasn't a part of my thinking, but I'm glad that you called because this just got me really now, thinking really strong. But find a way to find me. Let's have more conversation. God's willing, I win this on tomorrow, and I will frequently be at the FA office. I'm always there though, but we can find a way. Let's do it. With or without a seat, we need to do something about this because now I'm really hyped about it. I want to see how that works. Okay. So there were 3 aspirants in the race. Okay. The guy who asked about how many persons running, there were 3 aspirants. Now we have 1 candidate. So, but that means he's going unopposed, so it's a white ballot. So yes, only President Mustafa I. Raji is contesting the presidency right now to answer your question. Okay. I think I was trying to answer the question about the selection of players. Yeah. No, that is not in our purview. Again, I will say, what we can do is make sure that we make the right decisions to put people in place who can make that selection. And that's the part. Like I said, I used to be on that committee before. It's the work of the technical people, the coaches, they do that. These are people who, it's their area, All we can do is make sure when it's the selection process, we do that, get the right person to lead the role and fully support the person. So that's the part we can play as executive committee members. But we cannot go and handpick players. Could we make recommendations because we want better? Maybe. It's possible. Like we can see, there's this kid who I keep hearing about who plays for Arsenal junior team. Most of us can't wait to see him wear our colors. We keep hearing it. It's reached the point where we say, okay, we can go convince the president now, so the president has nothing. So he can make the call. So this happens. But yes, we can play some background roles, but not forefront selection of players. That is not part of our purview.
Okay. Okay, we just have 4 minutes to go now, so we just give you the opportunity to send out your final message to delegates, sport fans in the country, and the Liberian population in general.
Thank you. For the last 16 years, my family and partners have managed a club that I would say is very successful. Do we crave promotion? Yes. Liberian football is tough, and I can tell you, qualifying from lower league to top league, it's one of the toughest things you can ever do. It's even worse when you have to come from 3rd division because you play too many games, you go to too many playoffs and all that. But we've successfully done this. Is this something we can transfer to national leadership? This is what we want to do. You can count on our commitment. You can count on our fortitude. I told someone that I have a great relationship with the current president, but I love the fact that he respects my opinion. We've disagreed on things before that I can say now, but he respected that. So, and he's a man who I think, and after understanding him a little deeper, is open, So I am not promising to be a yes-sir person. No, that is not even in my nature. I'm going to be respectful, and we have to work with his agenda. but there's a way I can get things of mine, you know, I wouldn't have a separate agenda, but things that I want to propose that I think are in the best interest of football, I can get these on his agenda, and then we can all move them forward. So my thing is not about positions, it's not about titles. I think I've had positions and titles that nobody knows about in this place. Yeah, so I'm not doing this for a position or title. Wherever I have worked, people will barely know about that because, you know, like I said, I'm always a backroom guy, but I like to be a technician, driving from the engine, you know, pushing things. And that's why I want to join this team so that we push things and make sure that we get football to another level and help our cherished Lone Star to get to the next point.
Does the incumbent have interest in your candidacy?
You know, by law, he's not allowed to campaign.
Okay.
He cannot campaign for any candidate.
Okay.
So even if he does, I can't say. But by the statute, he's not allowed to campaign for any candidate.
Okay.
So I hope I can earn his trust. Like I said, I know we have a great relationship. I hope I can earn his trust, but by law, he cannot campaign for me.
All right.
And even if he did, he can make that public.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming. It's been a wonderful time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Okay, Elvis Salif, President and Chief Executive Officer of Samira Football Club. He's also a candidate for Executive Committee member position at the LFA. Election is on tomorrow. We wish them all the best. The delegates will select the very best. All we want is the best for our country. My name is Marka Davis. Thanks to all of you who have been following the broadcast since 7 o'clock this morning. Blessing Nimle, Abraham Cannon, Fatu Kamara, our entire team. We wish you all the best on Unification Day today. And happy wedding anniversary to two of my friends, Jonathan Jackson of the Ministry of Education and his wife, Roslyn Jackson, are celebrating today. And my friend and brother, also from Nimba County, Cyrus Nemela Hammer and his wife are also celebrating today. Have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.